our children, we've done our best with keeping them off technology. Okay. Joey is not a kid who sits in front of that TV and plays
video games. He's not a gamer.
Nope. And
neither one of the kids.
I mean, we let him a little with your supervision. You're there with him. Yeah. And the most he's ever been on that game is what?
20 minutes.
And that's it. They don't have phones, and they're not going to have phones. Like they do have a tablet, but this tablet is very
limited.
Yes. And so, Audrey gets to talk to her crush and my mother-in-law and everybody else through Messenger, and we have to be the ones to who they speak with. So this little boy that she has a crush on, they have been talking every night. Yeah. And I told Miguel, maybe we can move it up to, 8:30.
So, her curfew was 8 o'clock. But as kids do, I told her, I don't think that they figured it out or they did it on purpose, or maybe she figured it out the last couple of times. But the curfew was 8 o'clock. And what happens is that if you make a video call at 7:59 and it starts, you can carry that video call past 8 o'clock. It doesn't shut off at 8. Mm-hmm. Once you hang up, the app shuts down. But if you already started it, you can continue that call till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Kids are smart and they're manipulative.
So one day it was almost 9 o'clock, and we're like, how are you still on
we walked in and she was still on her tablet. She was
talking to her friend, and we're like, how are you still talking to your friend?
And she told us the truth.
And she told us. And then we talked to her. We're like, hey, is that the point of you having an 8 o'clock curfew? And she's like, no. So then what we did is we made a, we kind of negotiated, or not even negotiated, but we're like, look, you are 11. You're getting a little bit older. You can stay on there till 8:30. We'll give you 8:30, but 8:30 means 8:30. Like when it's 8:30, you get off. Mm-hmm. And she messed up.
Yep. And
she messed up. And the first time I talked to her and nothing happened. I told her, don't do it again. I know you forgot, but don't do it again. And then she did it again. Mm-hmm. And then the second time, it was only over by a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes or whatever.
I walked in. I just got home from a business appointment and they were going at it. And Audrey was, to me, talking back. Okay, give me another chance. I forgot. And so the more she kept arguing with Miguel,
what happened is her new time was 8:30, like we said.
Right.
And because she had went over, her punishment was now, tonight, you're not getting off at 8:30. You're going to get off at 8. Yes. Because you messed up twice already. Mm-hmm. And that's it. That's the punishment. You just get off at 8.
Right.
But then she had an attitude and started saying, whoa, but it's only, and started going back and forth and back. And then I was like, 7:30. And then she stopped and kind of realized that now she lost another 30 minutes.
Yes.
And that 7:30 is going to quickly turn into 7.
And at that point, she shut up.
And went upstairs.
And she went upstairs. And she was upset. Okay, she was really upset. So she went upstairs. And I started to feel bad because I am very forgetful. And the reason for it is because if I am multitasking, and if I'm doing multiple things at the same time, I will do shit and not remember doing it. And so I feel that she has that, but I think she uses it to her benefit, and she knows my heart.
These kids use everything to their fun. That's crazy, because you were just sharing that thing with the book and like Joey, the little things that he does. Yes. Kids will use whatever they can to their benefit.
Yes. And so she knows my heart, and she knows that I'm sensitive and I'm loving and I'm way forgiving. And so
crazy.
I go upstairs and I'm sitting on her bed with her, and she's all covered up and she's crying. Her face is red. And she's like, I don't understand. She's like, Mom, I forgot. I forgot.
Like she genuinely forgot.
Yes. And I start to feel bad because now we're punishing her for her forgetting. And I can understand her because that is totally me. But then I said, listen, Audrey, I said, I understand you forgot. But you know what? If we keep letting this go, you're never going to learn. I think if you keep getting grounded because you forget, then you may never forget again.
Like, yeah,
Like,
you'll
for
start to,
real.
if you keep getting grounded, you'll
Yes.
start to remember.
So we're actually helping you. And I said that.
Yeah.
And I said, I love you. And I bent over. I gave her a kiss on her forehead because she was not ready to hug me or kiss me or anything. And I hugged her and I said, good night. And I walked out of the room, and that was so hard for me.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I did that. And I stood our ground, because listening to Raising Lions, the following day when I started listening to the audiobook, he's like, that's the best thing you could do for your kids. And as a married couple, your kids will use you against you. And that's the one
Against
thing
each other, yeah.
against each other. And that's the one thing that I can say that we don't do. Like, we will stand together no matter what,
Well,
because we have such a strong marriage.
Yeah.
And, you know, and
No,
that's
it's
what
like,
helps.
hey, if your mom said this, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
She already told you that you don't need to be coming and ask me anything.
Yeah.
You know, and if they do, and if I think something, then I'm not going to say anything around them. I'll come and talk to you about it.
Yes.
And then maybe I'll go back to Joey or back to Audrey and we can figure something out. But I'm not going to say anything to them.
Yes.
Like, I'll come talk to you about it. But let me finish the story, because I think the way that we handled it, no, I'm not going to fucking pat ourselves on the back here.
No,
But
babe,
what
why
I'm
not?
saying is that this is what happened yesterday. So yesterday was the day that she was punished, and she was supposed to get off at 7:30. Now it's about 7:20, and I know she's upstairs on her tablet, and I know that she has completely, because this is her personality, she has completely spaced, or maybe not, that she's supposed to get off, that she's punished for an hour, and that she has to get off at 7:30. Now, what I could do is just wait until it's past 7:30 and go check on her and see if she actually got off the tablet. And if she didn't, punish her again. But she's already being punished. And I want to give her, like, it's kind of like I'm still punishing her, but I'm also helping her out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, she's still going to be.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but let me hear it, because I don't know this.
I think it is. But next time, like.
But what happened?
It
What
goes in
happened?
steps. So at 7:20, I go upstairs and I tell her, hey, Audrey, don't forget, today you're getting off at 7:30.
Oh.
And it started again. Like, she started getting upset again. And I sat down.
So she thought we were going to forget.
No, I think she might have even forgot. She's very scatterbrained. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't.
And that's why. Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to give her a chance. Like, look, you're still getting punished, but I don't want you to just go past 7:30 and then I ground
So what
you again
happened?
and ground.
You
So I went in
reminded
there
her?
and I told her, and she got upset. So so I told her, I was like, look, you're not getting grounded because of the first time. This isn't the first time. You started out at 8:00 and you were going way past 8, and then we figured it out and you still went past. So then we decided, instead of grounding you, instead of doing any of that stuff, that we'll compromise and we'll give you 8:30. But the rule that came with you being able to stay on now till 8:30 was that you have to get off by 8:30. You cannot go past it. And you did. And what happened? And I asked her, I was like, what happened? She's like, nothing. I was like, I talked to you about it, right? And I told you not to do it again. And then what happened? I did it again. So then you lost 30 minutes. So now it became, the next day became from 8:30 to 8:00, but then you got an attitude and you lost another 30 minutes. And then, yeah, but Dad, and she started going, I was like, Audrey, don't you realize that the reason that you lost, it should have only been 30 minutes, but it became an hour because you started talking back and you got an attitude. You're getting an attitude again. This is why you lost even more time. And then she kind of realized and she got quiet.
Yeah.
But I think, like, in a way, like, we're still punishing her, but I don't want her to fail. I want her to remember. Now, the thing is that I helped her this time.
Yeah.
If she goes over again, then she's going to lose time, and I may not remind her the next time, and she may lose more time. And
Yeah. So what we're teaching the kids is there's consequences. There's consequences for everything. And as long as you continue to stand your ground, no matter how much it hurts you, you are going to raise strong children. That night when she was upset because Miguel took more time from her, and she was upset, and she went to bed upset. This is what happened. I stood our ground as well. In the middle of the night, that little girl came laying next to mommy and was all hugged up with me and holding me. And I can tell that was her saying she was sorry.
Yeah.
But it was, it was like 4:00 in the morning when she came in. But she was remorseful and she was okay.
This is the thing. I think as parents, like whenever something is going down, when you're making a decision, when you're doing something, if you think about like what I'm doing, is it helping or is it going to hurt? Now, okay, she's already punished. Now, if I just let 7:30 fly by and then I ground her again, that might actually hurt because now she's going to be resentful and she's going to be pissed off towards me. I have an opportunity to go to her and talk to her.
Yes.
At 7:30 and be like, look, you're still not grounded, but you still have to pay the consequences for what happened yesterday. I'm reminding you because I want to help you. Right? Like that's more helping than hurting.
Right.
And the other way that you can hurt is by, you know what, baby? Don't worry about it. Just make sure you get off at 8:30.
Right.
That hurts.
Yes.
That's hurting.
Yes.
So standing your ground, maybe helping a little bit, like that helps.
Yes.
But I think as long as you keep that in mind, like whether you're helping or hurting the kid, you can kind of stay somewhat straight on what you're doing.
Yeah.